Hi everyone and welcome. Another reading. I'm doing a reading for the week 17 to 23rd November 2025. Thank you for being here. You can fast forward ahead at any time. I've time stamped below. I'm going to give you a little introduction, and we've got a new moon this week. Depending where you are in the world, it's between the 19th to the 20th of November. It's actually 28 degrees in Scorpio, so I'll give you some information on that. I wanted to give you a Sabian symbol for 28 degrees Scorpio as well, so I've saved some information for that. If you don't know what a Sabian symbol is, it's Sabian. You can look it up yourself, you can do some research. All the degrees of the zodiac have a Sabian symbol. And then I've got some oracle cards and a little bit of tarot, so let's get straight to it. The energy has been intense, as you're all fully aware. We've had the solar flares. Look, because we're shifting from 3D survival consciousness into a 5D embodiment of truth, wholeness, and unity. It's not a place we go to vibration, a place we go to. It's a vibration we become. So these solar flares are speeding up that process, and they're reminding your soul why it came. So you're not here to stay small, you're here to be a pillar of light. Higher consciousness doesn't come through the mind, it arrives through stillness, through inner knowing, through a quiet whisper of the soul. So if you're feeling at all good, you're alive, you're aware, you're right on time. This is what it feels like when you're being recalibrated to the light of our own soul. The other side of that is more peace, more power, more clarity, more love. And as the collective frequency continues to rise, the 3D consciousness begins to gently dissolve. So we don't need to force, convince, or awaken anyone. Just keep being light, keep healing, keep expanding. And our healing gives others permission to heal. Love is the key to everything, and we're all here to help one another. That I found on Twitter or X, and it's by Vero M. Dugas, D-U-G-A-S. I just took a snippet of that, but you all are aware that we are receiving the powerful solar flares. There's been a few, and it's like a major galactic activation. It's not just a space weather event. And these pulses of light carrying divine intelligence, coded specifically to awaken deeper levels of our consciousness and activate our dormant DNA. And many of us are feeling tired, emotional, sensitive, overwhelmed, anxious, foggy, or even inspired and deeply connected all at once. So these flares touch our nervous system, and they move through the magnetic field of Earth and directly into our energetic body. And if there are old emotions, wounds, grief, or suppressed parts of you, this light will stir it all up, and so that it can finally be released. And it's not something to fear, it's something to understand. Your body is not failing you, it is responding to light. You're not meant to carry the old stories anymore. This is your system preparing to hold more of your true frequency. Okay, we'll leave it at that. I'm going to time stamp below, as I said. Now let's go to the astrology. We have quite an intense new moon. And it's, as I said, depending where you are, it's probably on the 20th of November 2025 here in the Southern Hemisphere, in 28 degrees in Scorpio. So let me give you a little bit about that. Now, Scorpio, the intensity of Scorpio for me is quite an amazing sign. So new moon in Scorpio, as Scorpio is the most intense sign, and when the moon is here, she feels everything to the 9th degree. And needless to say, we do too. So passion, joy, jealousy, betrayal, love, and desire can take center stage in our lives now. And as our emotions deepen to the point of possible obsession, be careful of a tendency to become secretive or suspicious, or to brood over an offense that was not intended. Now is a great time to investigate a mystery, do research, dig deep, both figuratively and literally, and allow ourselves to become intimate with someone. Okay, because as I said to you, Scorpios are deep souls, and I have a lot of respect for them. So that's the new moon, and I've also got a Sabian symbol for this particular degree, which is the 28th degree in Scorpio. Let me see if I can find it. I saved it somewhere. And it is, let's have a look, 28 degrees Scorpio. It actually represents inner sovereignty. However pompous and controlling society may get, we still have our own inner world over which we hold sway. And the symbol says, it's the king of the fairies approaching his domain. That's what Rudhyar, Rudhyar, says when you research your Sabian symbols. We may be keenly aware of the power of nature and also of the need for ego-driven behaviors to defend against risk. And we may also, live out our lives subservient to the passions and restrictions that arise from these two forces. Yet in truth, we are sovereign and free. Would we only learn to act like a king whose domain is subtle and lovely? If we approach life with such regal confidence, then we find our expectations of self-fulfillment are met. Then we find our expectations of self-fulfillment are met. So inner sovereignty, that's the awareness of our deepest yearnings. That's what the Sabian Symbol, or the 28th degree in Scorpio, the new moon at this week, represents. Okay, so let's go to Astrology Full Blast and see what it says. This week we have got, on the 17th of November, the Scorpio Sun forms a trine to Jupiter in Cancer and to Saturn in Pisces. Wow. This grand water trine signals a phase of clarity and readiness to cooperate. Voices of deeper wisdom can now be heard. It is a good time to structure plans and prepare long-term decisions. Now, as we know, Mercury is still retrograde, but Mercury re-enters Scorpio on the 19th of November in its retrograde phase. The new moon in Scorpio follows on the 20th of November and conjunct Mercury opposite Uranus and trine Neptune. Wow. So the two trines to Jupiter and Saturn are still active, and the quality of time of a Scorpio new moon often carries a dark note, because I told you how intense they are, and invite you to consciously let go of old stories and welcome a new inner beginning. This is an excellent moment for a ritual or a spiritual retreat. During this period, sudden course corrections, unexpected turns, and upheavals are also possible. Yet they can usually be integrated constructively. And on 22nd November, the Sun moves into Sagittarius. So we're coming out of Scorpio at that point. The general mood brightens noticeably and encourages optimism and joy and about the future. Because Mercury now forms exact trine to Saturn and Jupiter, this time is very promising. Use it to take stock, make peace with yourself, or reconnect with what you love. Okay, can't wait for Sagittarius season. It's always light and joyful. All right, so that was, I might just give you a little bit more on the astro. Let me have a look. What else did I have? Okay, let's just do for this week that I'm focusing on. So the weekend outlook, Saturday is an excellent period to create a vision board or to physically show how you want your future to look. So if you put in the hard work of defining your goals earlier in the week, You will enjoy a strong sense of pride and accomplishment on Sunday, okay? And tips for the 5-star week. If you believe it, you can achieve it. Shake off any inhibitions and submerge yourself in building a better, more fulfilling future. And that's for every one of us. Okay, so end of it. Just put it down after that. I think that's enough astrology. I've got now some oracle cards for you. I did choose a crystal, amazonite, and I think it's important for amazonite for everyone. It's for the throat and the heart, the chakras, throat chakra and heart chakra. It is a stone of truth, courage, and communication. Empowers one to express their true thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment from others. Okay? It helps one establish a healthy sense of self-worth and reduces tendencies to self-neglect, especially in women. We've had this before, but it was very important for me this month. Amazonite. Okay? I might just put that in there. Crystal. Okay. And now the oracle cards. Okay, always we start off with Archangel Michael. And he says to us, clarity and insight, and it's the card of Epiphany. Archangel Michael hands you an energetic key. Now this sacred key brings you a moment of complete clarity leading to an epiphany. Now this is a very spiritual card. Always the ones with purple are spiritual. And we've had it before, but this is very important. It actually means you have clear access to your destiny. You can release confusion and think clearly. And you have total clarity in all areas of your life. You can surrender and trust Archangel Michael to help you understand. And your life flows along with simplicity. And you have clarity in your mind, body, and soul. Now, this card also represents manifestation. And it's easier to manifest now more than ever before. So be clear with your manifestation. Think positively. Be careful. You don't want to absorb negativity and think negatively. You actually are able to have vision and great and powerful revelations. Some of you might go through a spiritual awakening or a life-changing moment. Your intuition is on point, and there will be a change of perspective. You might be going in a different direction because of a miracle, because of a miracle of thought. So Archangel Michael is bringing you powerful blessing of complete clarity. Because maybe you've been struggling to fully understand and comprehend a situation. Okay, beautiful. I love that. Okay. All right, now the next one, Goddess Isis. I've had this before, but it came out, fell out of the pack. So I wanted to give it to you again. Portal of light. So it is only the physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are a conscious being on levels beyond the physical world. You're guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual work. You are not leaving your earthly connection behind. You are merely adding to it, right? So it continues to confirm to me that we need to be able to clear our chakras and open our auric fields and spend time alone to be able to receive the information we need. Okay, each one of us has the ability to, if there's something concerns you, the answer is within you. Just make time to receive the enlightenment that you need. All right, the next one I've given you is my, I've just got 3 cards today, and I've got the Fortune Oracle for the week. We've got number 7, Cracker. Positive energy surrounds you, love, joy, and good fortune await. That's a pretty good card, actually. I think I've had it before, but we'll see. Oops, sorry, I dropped something. Let's see what the message is. Okay. So a rather auspicious card. Personally, you're on fire, and there's an explosion of positive energy surrounding your aura. Now, this card will deliver much excitement, and good news is also likely. Offers may come in professionally, so dress to impress at every opportunity. Now, I'm not going to go into all the relationships and the career money. I'm just going to give you the power tip. So place a fabulous picture of yourself in a gold bejeweled frame. Place it where you can see it daily. Wear gold jewelry or place gold items around the home to increase your sparkling appeal. So maybe you can start your Christmas decorations with a little bit of gold sparkle in them as well. Okay, that's my tip for the week. Beautiful. And that's it for the oracles. Okay, and we're going to do, let's see the tarot cards I've chosen. I don't know what's on these tarot cards because I actually pull the cards in advance, so I don't waste a lot of time trying to get the, because I do the cards that, well, I actually take cards that fall out. So the heart of the matter this week for the collective is indecision. The challenge is, oh my gosh, the Tower, number 16, Major Arcana. Well, it's going to come from the universe. It's not going to come from... and do you know something? These solar flares have impacted a lot of things, and a lot of... my understanding is it's impacted technology as well and other things. And it might continue to do more. The unknown factors this week, we've got balance. We've got Two of Coins, Earth, energy. This is the Two of Coins is air energy. The Two of Coins is earth energy. Turning point for this week, again, Major Arcana. Fate steps in, the Wheel of Fortune, number 10, and the outcome is the King of Wands, fire energy. So it could represent Aries, Sagittarius, who's got, oh, and Leo. Masculine energy. All right. So what we have here, indecision. So we have a stalemate situation, a truce, sitting on the fence or at a crossroad because of a difficult decision and painful choices. So, it really means actually dealing with opposition, facing your fears. Even though if you're torn between two, it could be anything, two relationships, two jobs, anything. You can't sit on the fence and you cannot divide your loyalty. You have to make a decision. So this is the heart of the matter. Decision needs to be made. The outcome of the decision will be profound because, see what it says, I surrender to the storm, because it's going to create complete and utter chaos and destruction. It's an upheaval, trauma, unexpected change, because this is not expected. It might even come from outside. It might come from the universe. Confusion. It could even be a natural disaster that's impacting the collective this week. We'll wait and see. I mean, I'll pull out another card for clarification on that. The turning point, again, oh my goodness, I ride the waves of life. And this is, and if you have a look at these are the fixed signs, of course. Who have we got here? We've got the four. I haven't got their names here because they're represented as different symbols. But my understanding is, I can't see which zodiac it applies to, but it is fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is karma. And what goes up comes down, and what is down goes up. So this represents good luck, and destiny is taking a hand in our in the collective. So there will be a change. Now there's also karma and dharma, as we all know. So there's these are the cycles of life. Okay, and fate sometimes steps in, changes our fortune, creates upheaval, but it's always for our betterment. It's always for our growth, because that's why we're here. What we're here on earth. It's like a school. We can't continue to stay in primary school. At some point, we have to leave and go to high school, and from there college or whatever. And the outcome, we have got a strong, I really respect the King of Wands, fire energy. He's a really clever man. Energetic, he's got experience, he's optimistic, confident. He's strong and friendly, has a sense of humour and charming, and good with words. He's got a way with words. And he's fearless, and he thinks freely. But he's also motivated and action-oriented. So he doesn't, and he's passionate about any action he takes, and he's honest. So we like, and he's a visionary. So the outcome is successful. Now, what's coming here, and I'm going to clarify, I'm going to pull a couple of clarification cards. Why is the Tower there for this week? Now, I only take one card, and if there's too many, I won't take them. So just one card. Please, Archangel Michael. Why is it? Oh, here you are. One card straight away. Oh my goodness. The Devil. So many blocks here. Being blocked. And what about the Wheel of Fortune? I think that the Tower's coming because Page of Wands, and this is information. So we've got the the Devil and the Tower is intense. Okay, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of information. We can't resist change. We're aware of the unhealthy attachments, addictions, and dependencies that are affecting humanity. And maybe we can't let go. But it's easier than you realize to let go of fear. And maybe this is what's happening, and it's coming from, because this card fell with it, the Ten of Wands, because humanity's been overburdened and kept in line with extra burdens, workloads, and responsibilities. And humanity's willing to put up the hard work because they think it's only temporary. And they're going to receive rewards later. But what's happening is they keep changing the goalpost, and it's not temporary. And the workloads and the responsibility, the burdens are added more and more and more. And we can't put them down. So I think that the universe is going to step in and create some sort of disturbance here. The Ten of, the Wheel of Fortune is an excellent card, and it's going to assist by, there's going to be there's changes in the air, because we're constantly evolving and shifting, and what goes up must come down, and vice versa. There's always cause and effect, and that sometimes represents karma. However, there is news here. The Page of Wands is you're a free spirit, and passion for life. These are new ideas, that you know, once once you have this creative restlessness in your soul, and you feel a strong pull towards using these ideas to start a new phase of your life, and this might be a spiritual awakening, and you can feel the stirring within you, within your soul. And I love the fact that the King of Wands is the outcome, because, as I said to you, I think he's to be commended. The King of Wands he's the visionary leader. And he's focused and determined. And he can play the social game to make things happen, but he's and he can lead a team. So he could represent you or someone in your life, which means that you're in charge. And you'll have a clear vision how to go forward, to be able to bring the leadership skills, to bring that the vision that you have into being. Okay, I like that. I think that's about it for today. Let's just write this down. It ends here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your energy. Take care of yourselves wherever you are. I know that, as I said to you, this month was going to be intense. It continues to be intense with the solar flares, but we're heading into Sagittarius soon, so let's see what happens. Until next time, you know what to do. Thank you, and sending you lots of love. Bye now.